Okay, day 51. Okay, guys, I have passed this eval. Wow. I'm relieved and excited. Okay, so I'm going to go into the trade that I took along, and then after that, I'm going to talk about the way I've been trading, how I feel like I've been doing, and what I'm going to be doing in the funded account. I'm sort of thinking about getting another eval. I would love to have at least 2 funded accounts. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But anyways, I traded on M&Q, and I took the trade off of the 3-minute. I did a long right here. And to be honest, once it hit this area right here, I just got out because I knew I was going to hit the profit target for my 25K account. And so I'm like, I'm just getting out. I'm not even going to chance, even though I was very confident in this particular trade. I just wanted to get out and just see that I crossed that profit target. So let's kind of go into why I took this trade. So one, basically just wanting to play the bounce off of the 30-minute low, and I used a candle to do it. I mean, I could have technically, I guess, put an entry right here, but that to me is a little bit more risky. I wanted to sort of use some sort of candle to, put my entry, on or over. So when this indecision candle popped up right here, I decided, okay, I'm going to put my entry above the high and my stop somewhere below the low of that candle. The RSI on the 3-minute and 15-minute were low. We were, it wasn't like fire, lava, red low, but they matched and they were lower. And we were at this level that happens to be a 15-minute inverted head and shoulders like type pattern right here. And also you can kind of maybe call it a double bottom too. I see kind of like head and shoulders, and you could also say this is a double bottom. But this level, so I marked off the neckline, and this also happens to be a 24-hour level. As you can see, this little light gray line right here is a little messy, but this was kind of an area where price was sort of either holding above or not. So I marked that off, and so this is I'm just stacking a bunch of things right now. So let me see what I went over. Oh yeah, so more about the indecision candle. So since we're near support, I wanted to play it to the upside. But now how I've known indecision candles to play is they do a lot of fake outs, kind of like pennant patterns to me. Sometimes the first direction price will go within the range of the indecision candle will be wrong, or it'll just, wrong. So I waited a little bit. I did set the order up, but I wanted to see, like, if it was going to come up immediately, I would have probably been a little more skeptical. But the fact that it went down and then it kind of ran into a little bit of trouble here, I was like, this might fake out. The bears may be trying to play it like this, where they're getting in below the low and stop like that. So some people are doing that trade, and I was not certain about that at all. So I wanted to go long, and that's basically it played the fake breakout of this indecision candle, if I could say it like that. We're near that 30-minute low, 24-hour level, 15-minute inverted head and shoulders pattern. The RSI on the 3-minute 15 were lower. And that's pretty much. Oh, and one more thing. I have been kind of playing around with Bollinger Bands, and they seem like they work really well. Like once they kind of poke out of the bottom band or top band a good amount, or they keep doing it in a short period of time, it's probably going to go the opposite direction. So not only do we have that indecision candle at a support and everything I just explained, RSI, all of that, but we also had the Bollinger Band help me with that. So I placed the stop a little bit below not only the 30-minute low and the 24-hour level, very small amount, but also below the band, the bottom of the band. And it just took off, you know. So that's pretty much the trade. Now, I like this. I like how I've been trading. If we go, hang on, let me see. I bought this new eval on November 5th. Okay. So right here marked basically the first day of me trading, I think, or this day here. I know on some days I didn't upload of the day, like I had to do it the next day, but it was somewhere around here, basically. The first day trading the new eval, and this is the best I have done. And if you come here and look at my thumbnails, anytime they're blue or green, that means it's a winning day. The red day is obviously red. And this is my 4th day in a row being green. That has not happened ever with me. I mean, 3 days in a row here, you know, and the difference is what it is. I am not relying solely on the 10 EMA strategy using Calvin's rules. I've just realized I just don't, with my personality and where I'm at in my trading right now, for some reason I don't know. I don't like it as much. I'm still using it. I'm still gonna, keep my eye on it in something, but I think I want to be a little more loose and have a little bit more discretion on what I'm doing. So I have the 10 EMA, and it is a good one. But like if we're thinking about today, since we're under the hourly 50 EMA, I wouldn't have taken this trade at all if I was playing the 10 EMA set up on the 3-minute. Right now would be the time I would be playing it. So because we're under this EMA, I have to look to pretty much go short. And this light blue line is the 10 EMA. So I had to look for the first bull candle to open and close below it, which is right here. And that's a long time. And I would not have been in any trade, which is fine. But if you see this move here, like I was pretty confident in what I was talking about on why I wanted to go long. So it's just exclusively using the 10 EMA. And this is the first trade that I would have been able to set up. And it would be something, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't have even played this because the stop has to be huge. If anything, or maybe on MES, it looks better, but it would have to be maybe something like that. And that's a little more risky. And play it back in maybe I would probably go for like 1R. I wouldn't even try to go for 1.2. So this may not even work, or it may, but this may come right back up here, create a bear candle opening and closing above the 10 EMA. And maybe at that point, it would have been good to then continue going long. Because we're real close to this hourly 50 EMA, and the bulls could just flip it up there. So, yeah, there are just some of these days where I'm like, I just know the 10 EMA strategy is not going to be the best one to use. And I've decided, so what I would do in the past is I would have that feeling sometimes by just watching price and being like, oh, we're too high up or we're too far down to be using the 10 EMA, or, you know, we're under certain levels or above certain levels to short using the 10 EMA strategy. So the problem was I still wanted to trade. When I would have that feeling, I don't think it's going to really work out today. So I would do, so there's a very specific rules for that 10 EMA strategy. So I would still trade on the days I didn't think it was really going to work very well. And on top of that, I would break the rules that, I'm not going to lie, like the rules, like the Kelvin's rules for this 10 EMA setup, like they're pretty strong. So on the days though that I kind of figured it wasn't going to work, I would still try to trade it and break the rules. And that's just not, it's not going to work. So instead of that, I'm like, I just need something else, another strategy I can fall back on the days where I don't like the 10 EMA setups that are happening. And the whole 30-minute opening range breakout, or even just playing the range of the 30-minute high, 30-minute low, using hourly support, and then also taking plays off of hourly levels or 24-hour levels, doing more so like candlestick patterns like double bottoms, inverted head and shoulders. Those are pretty much it that I like to like really pay attention to when it comes to patterns and just stacking those type of things. If you have a double bottom, if the RSI is matching, if there are strong supports under that double bottom or at the double bottom neckline, it's just, there's so many things. And when I see things like that, I just want to take them. But what I would do is I'd say, no, it's not the 10 EMA, so I'm not going to do it. And this could be a fluke, right? I'm going to just put it out there. I could get this funded account and then just keep trading how I'm trading and then just blow it and it just be a disaster. So that could happen. And I may go back and say, okay, no, I need some of these harder rules. Or like if I make it to a payout, trading the way I am right now, that's going to be really good. And I'm probably not going to change what I'm doing. Is it a little more work? Maybe a little bit, but for me, I'm feeling more comfortable. I like it. It's a little more fun to me. Not fun in a way where I'm just, not caring about the outcome, but it's, I don't know, I just feel more comfortable with it. I don't know how else to kind of explain it. So yeah, the 10 EMA strategy I probably will be using, but it's not going to be the sole strategy. It's going to probably be more along the lines of the whole 30-minute opening range breakout type thing and using hourly and 24-hour, maybe even 4-hour support resistance, and also the Bollinger Bands. That I'm just seeing like, it's a really good, like if the price goes near the high, or especially when they breaks out of the top or the bottom of the band, it wins a lot. We could just literally look right here. Even right here, you could have played long all the way back to the top. Here, you could have flipped and gone short. Now, this would have been a little weird. You would have had to have definitely had your stop like right here, but that would have worked. This one now, I can tell like you would have to have something in there in this strategy to let you know like when to keep holding. So I do see that, but when it's extreme like this, when they're at the bottom of the band and the RSI is kind of lower on multiple time frames, I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm not taking trades solely off of that, but I'm definitely using it to help stack, I guess, probabilities on something being a good trade or not. So yeah, so like I said, if I would have just solely used the 10 EMA right now, this is the trade and it probably could work. And let's see if I would have even gotten filled yet. This order still wouldn't have gotten filled. It needs to go right here. And struggling a little bit. Let's see if it could do it. Anyways, while that's happening, I'm just pretty much trying to say, I like the way I'm trading right now. I like having multiple strategies. And does it take a little more brain power to, like, you know, figure out which one to use each day? Kind of, but I don't know, like I said, I haven't been green 4 days in a row ever since trading with prop firms. And that's been since last year, since like February of last year. I mean, maybe I have, but recently or like this year, I haven't. You know, it's been very hard. And then on the losing days, it's just they outweigh my winning days a little bit. And this right here is kind of telling me something. Again, could be a fluke. I know the election really helped a lot. So we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. So right now, I would have finally gotten triggered in this short trade. And it is bouncing where the entry is. And on MNQ, this is, again, this stop might be risky. Now, you know, we'll just see what happens. But let's say I didn't take this trade, I would do the same thing I did here. Like if it comes into the green, and I would have just got out as soon as I saw my account reach that profit target to pass the eval. You know, so also volume. I use kind of volume as well, you know, with the trades that I'm taking. So I hope I'm kind of explaining that right, but anyways, you get it. So I'm going to wait to show the email at the end that I should be getting from Apex saying that I passed. Now, the only thing I'm a little worried about with how I've been trading is I don't know if the consistency, if I'm breaking the consistency rule with how I'm sizing the trades. So like I've been trading MNQ and sometimes MES. And on MNQ, I'll have like anywhere from 1 to like max like 5, you know, micros. But on MES, sometimes, especially with how I'm trading and using a little bit more discretion and playing with the stops and stuff like that, like sometimes it could be like 10 or 12 micros, you know, and I'm wondering, I'm going to ask Apex if that would be a problem. Like if I make it to payout and they're like, well, you know, your contract sizes are kind of all over the place. So I need to find that out because I would hate to be doing this. And while maybe I'm winning, if they deny me a payout because of that. So I'm going to have to really think about that and see. So far, again, this trade isn't working out today. I do think it will probably come down because price didn't end up, it really left the bottom of this Bollinger Band really fast, and it sort of kept coming down with nothing touching it. Kind of like here, it went down and really pulled away from the top of that while it was coming up. So yeah, eventually it probably, and then it, you know, came back, right, to the top of the band. So looks like it might, well, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I'll be right back. So this is how that 10 EMA trade would be working right now. I guess once price came down here, I would have gotten out. I think, depending on the contracts, how many micros I had, I would have hit that profit target as well. But just this trade, it's like super slow. It's like it's not working today. I mean, it's working, but it's just super slow. So anyways, that's, you know, I'm going to be using the 10 EMA, but it's got to be, I'm really trying to sort of almost create my own variation of the rules that I have for it. Because right now I'm just doing it Calvin's way, and it works for him, and he's able to really be consistent when it comes to following his rules. I just think with my personality and just, it's not meshing. So I'm gonna have to figure something out on that, but I don't know, we'll see. Right, so I got the email that I passed the eval. So super excited. I feel really good with the things that I'm doing so far with my trading. Literally this evaluation. So we'll see what happens here once I pay the fee for my PA account, which probably won't be right now, but should be pretty soon. All right, that's the end of the video. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.